Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Haziq ibn Muhammad Firdaus.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Aisyah binti Waroslan.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Iman bin Ismail.
My name is Muhammad Faizan bin Ihsan.
Now, we want to talk about sequence and summation. Number sequence is a list of number that link by a rule. Now, we need to find the rule so that we can find the next number in the sequence. For example, the difference between each number is 2. So, the rule for this sequence is to add 6 each time.
As you can see, these are the normal problems that we usually have in the sequence topic. The number is increasing with the value between it. The question will be asking us to find the sixth number in the order. To find it, we have to follow the pattern of the sequence, which is by simply add them in between of the number. But this is easy pattern for the first start. There is a little harder part for it, which is the pattern is quite different. The difference between each number in the sequence change. This is the medium level of the sequence problem. The pattern is hard to see, but it is easier when we fully understand it. The advanced sequence is just like it shown now. The numbers are increasing a lot with large range. The pattern of the sequence is not addition anymore. Instead, replace it with multiply. To recognize this, the number of the sequence will not be increasing quickly and the range is big. Sometimes, we have to think in terms of multiplication or even exponent.
The number sequence are the basic knowledge for the programming section. It is used to do the looping, either for loop or while loop. The example is shown in the picture.
I'm going to talk about recursive formula. A recursive formula is a formula that requires the computation of all previous terms in order to find the value of the number. As example, the first number is 2 and the formula is given. To find the fifth number in the sequence, we need to calculate the second, third and fourth number to get the fifth number.
Based on Wikipedia, in mathematics, a recurrence relation is an equation that recursively defines a sequence or multi-dimensional array of values. Once one or more initial terms are given, each further term of the sequence or array is defined as a function of the preceding terms. Based on this formula, we can create their own sequence with their own formula. The sequence starts with the solid number and continues with the second number, third, fourth, and so on. The only things that we need to do is find the formula and use it to find the next sequence. However, for recursive formula, in order to find a certain value in the sequence, we have to find the previous number before we go further. As I said before, the previous number will affect the next number that we're going to find.
The use of this formula is for the programmer to do the listing in the code. It is called an array, which is list that need for some application or games. It also used to input a lot of same data but in different sequence.
Here I want to talk about closed formula. So, closed formula is a closed formula that doesn't require the calculation of all the sequences to get the certain value. To get the specific number, we can just use the formula and calculate it directly. For the example, if the first number is 5, so we need to find the fifth sequences. We just need to calculate with the formula given and directly we'll find the answer without calculate the other previous sequences.
Based on Wikipedia, a closed set formula for a sequences is a formula where each term is described in relation to its position. In this formula, the item in the sequences is calculated by using the position or its index. Based on this example formula, the number 2 will be multiplied with the position in the sequences, which is easier to find a certain amount. Not like recursive formula, a closed set formula is easier to use and find the exact amount. We don't need to find the previous number to calculate and find the certain position in the sequences. We just need the number of the position and use the formula to find the answer. As you can see from the example, the previous number will not affect the next number.
So basically, this formula we use to do the equation that programmer commonly use for their code to put the application so that the code cannot be steal or understand by third party.
Today I'm going to explain about summation. Summation is a method to find the total value in some sequence. The formula will be given with the sigma symbol and state the total sequence number to calculate the total of all the numbers.
The sigma symbol is a general form of a summation. Below the sigma symbol is the index variable and a starting value, which is usually 1. Above the sigma symbol is the ending value, which is n, will be replaced by a different integer. Beside the sigma symbol is the closed formula that we use to get any given term at the position k and add it on to our running total. When come to this part, it is easy to understand that the use of the symbol is to calculate the total of the numbers in some sequence, like I said before. Based on the example, the total position that we need to calculate is 5 and need to find it using the formula given. With that, it is easy for us to find it one by one and sum it all together.
The uses of the summation is to calculate the total of the sequence, which is in programming. It is used to calculate all the list of an array to get the total without count them one by one. So it's easier for the programmer to get the results.
Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum. Nadalah sejahtera.
Kuat sikit.
Lahan.
Macam perlahan sangat.
Start later.
The users of the I'm going to
Is a list of tak boleh lah. Nak hafal suci.
Ah.
Kita